Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Paige. We're here on Thursday as well with our therapy. I have on the line Dante, the Love Doctor. Take it away.
What up? What up? What up, everybody? What's going on? Listen, we're gonna start doing our Thursday night therapy where we get things solved, and we're gonna work it out, man. Y'all just stay tuned and let us figure out some things. Just on my weekly rant, since I didn't get to do it on Monday, I'm just gonna do a little rant right now.
Of course.
When I was young, my dad used to drop C's on me all the time, and he used to try to teach me lessons, so I wouldn't have to go through the same things that he went through. And as a younger person thinking that I knew everything, a lot of times I was saying it just went in one ear and out the other. But once I went through it, then I finally realized that the things that my father was telling me, I should have listened to him. And it made me listen to him even more as I got older. So, when you're trying to change somebody, you really cannot change them. They have to change themselves. You can only inspire people to change themselves, by showing them, what you're saying is right. And sometimes they have to go through things to change. So if you're trying to if you got a man or if you got a woman and they some hoes, hey, they got to learn the hard way sometime. So just drop the seat on them and let them put it out there in the streets and see if it's legit or not. And if they come back, then you see work.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that was a love doctor. And on Thursday, you see, we have a new addition. Welcome, Dante, to the group. Hey. Tell us about yourself. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Dante here, man. Just looking to bring positive energy, man, inspire love, and help people get through the pain and the turmoil that we all got going through, man. It's Thursday night therapy, man. Let's get into some healing.
Yes. And if this is your guys' first time watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to follow, subscribe, keep us and hit that notification bell so that you're aware of anything that we release in the future. So let's get into it. Dante, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. Chuck, hello. How are you doing today?
Yes.
How job is demanding. It was my fault. I just wanted to go ahead and start with taking ownership and accountability since women get a bad rap for that. So I just wanted to go ahead and be the first one to say that. But Chuck, how's your week going? What'd you do this week?
Everything's going good. Like I said, I started back working out. So starting back on this fitness journey, you know what I'm saying? Because summer was kind of hectic or whatever. So yeah, back in the gym. And it's time to make these changes, lifestyle changes.
That's what's up. Same here. Got to get that body ready next year or whenever.
That's right.
What you got going on? How was your week?
Man, a lot of the norm, man. Working, kids are back in school. I know everybody's kids are back in school now. Our bank accounts are reflecting it, but we also got that time during the middle of the day where we get to spend some time to ourselves, take some naps. I've been really enjoying that midday time before the kids get home. So week's been pretty sweet. How about you, Pam?
Wait a minute. How are you taking naps?
In the middle of the day. I mean, the kids are gone until 4:30. So
you work from home?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm about to hate on you, but not today. But I am. Just know that's coming. That's
coming. Absolutely. We taking midday naps over here. It's love.
Everything is going great. Chuck, because we're on this fitness thing. I've been on it. It feels great. Tomorrow's weigh-in. I put on my pants and I had this my little shape is coming in. I'm like, okay, are we about to be fine? So I feel good about myself.
Y'all gonna get me in the gym, man.
You gotta come in, man. What's up? I get excited when I go to the gym. I'm at work ooh, when I'm gonna crush it because I get on the stair steps. Mm-hmm. And my friend's wife, she's a very popular fitness influencer. And anybody there? Y'all there?
Yeah. Keep driving.
Okay. Oh, okay. So she's a very popular.
We were just giving you the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where did y'all just leave? They ain't say nothing.
Nah, we good.
But yeah, so she's a popular fitness influencer. Her name is Nikki Robinson on Instagram. So if you guys give her a look, she's a beast. Just pow. So I use her exercise regimen, and it's hard and it's difficult, but I like it. So
Hold up, Nikki Robinson. So she light skinned?
I don't think she's light skinned.
No, because
No.
there was a Nikki Robinson that went to Northland High School. Did she go to Northland?
I don't. She's not your age. Well.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she's not your age. She's like 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay. That's not the same.
He started. He's like, is she the one with the fat booty? Is that her? That was about to be you.
That's how you broke her down.
She works hard. Like, check her out. You think? Check her out. Go look her out when y'all get second. Check her out. I am not playing. She's a beast, and I love it. So that's been my week. What you got going on in the news? Check what's going on in the news with you.
Okay. What I got going, hold on, let me bring this up real quick, y'all. You know I'm a little hey man. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, what I seen on the news that that Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom, she had a divorce with her husband, Richard Lawson, and she, during the breakup, she ended up having to pay him $300,000 for I guess alimony or their divorce settlement or whatever the case may be. And I've seen a lot of people, a lot of females especially were mad that she paid out that. But like I said, I mean, it's a business. I keep telling y'all, listen, it's a business. When you come in there, you're actually doing a partnership, and the ends that you come in, if you don't have, and I bet you she probably had some type of like a prenuptial. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because he would have got more than that. You know what I'm saying? This is probably just the money that they made since they were married. How long were they married? I didn't look that up. Do you guys know how long they were married?
It hasn't been long. I can't say any greater than 5 years. It hasn't been long.
Okay.
Yeah, but $300K in 5 years.
I don't know that they necessarily made it together. Like when you gotta look at marriages from a rich person standpoint. They have like, hey, thanks for doing business money. If this relationship ends before one of us die, one of us go for a divorce, here's some parting money that you can have. You can do it in this way or you can do it that way. So I don't know that they necessarily made it.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, or just like thank you for being a friend type of situation.
Thank you for being a friend. It's not a theme song.
It is, but that's what the money is for. So I don't, because I don't know that they have any ventures. All of her stuff is with her daughter. Her daughter has her, and she has, like, don't get me wrong, Mama Tina has a lot of her own stuff, and he does too. But I think it was just like she has more money.
Was that a one-time payment? $300K?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm too paying. She got it.
Right.
Yeah, she's 20.
Right.
And you know what? I'm for a man or woman. Like if I was a woman as a billionaire and if I was a man as a billionaire, I would have never dated. I would have never married, and definitely won't marry without a prenup. So,
okay,
I find no fault here. No.
Player, good to know. Don't let you get no money no time soon.
Yeah, I ain't getting. If I'm a billionaire, nah. But you know what? You guys ever study the case of Paul McCartney? He's with the Beatles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he married his first wife, Linda. Linda was amazing. She was like the best wife. He loved her, and she unfortunately passed away due to cancer. Loved her. He got married to this younger chick, Heather Mills, and he was all in love with her. And he was like, I'm not doing a prenup. I love her. I'm not doing a prenup. She divorced his ass and took almost half his shit. The Beatles.
He had a lot of shit too. You're right.
Super young. She she didn't help him make any of that stuff.
Damn.
So yes, male or female, if you have a lot of assets, do a prenup. Some people might feel like, oh, that means you don't love me. No, you just have to be realistic. Things happen. I'm sorry. Is that your news for the day, Chuck?
Billionaire.
That's it.
I'm so passionate about prenuptial agreements. You need them. Like people get caught slipping too much. Dante, what's your news?
Pain ain't with it. Listen, did y'all see Tyrese on the Breakfast Club this week?
No, what happened?
Man, they broke that man down into tears, and he had a really strong message, and it was Black men cry. And he explained that when divorces happen, don't just check on the woman, check on the man too. He said when there's an abortion, don't just reach out to that woman, check on that man too. When there's a breakup, people are going through things, it's not just her that has emotions. Black men cry too. When he can't see his children, when he's unable to provide, any of those things hit you, life hits you hard. We're people too. Black men cry. And I commend that brother for going on and sharing his vulnerability in front of everyone. We all know that Tyrese had a couple years back a video where he was going viral for crying. They was making fun of my brother. They was making fun of my brother a couple years back, and it was related to he couldn't see his children. And that broke him down. I can relate, so I didn't make fun of the brother back then, but it was going around. And so this is the second time now that he's been vulnerable in front of the camera for all of us to see. And I just commend him for showing that vulnerability and sharing the fact that Black men do cry. And I just want to take a moment to, again, take my hat off to the brother for setting the example, leading the way emotionally, so that every other brother knows that it's okay to soften up emotionally and to share those feelings sometimes.
I agree.
I've seen this Tyrese situation, man. We are human and we go through some things. And like I said, me currently, I have a situation with my youngest daughter where her mom is playing games and she didn't turn her against me. She don't want to see me and things like that. Now, I mean, we were definitely supposed to show our vulnerability at times and things like that. But to go out there and start crying like in front of the camera, I just can't do that, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's like some younger generation stuff, man, but I wouldn't. I mean, the way he was, I mean, things hit us. I get it. We are human, but you still got to show strength when you out there. You know what I'm saying? And things are going to come out at you as being an adult male, especially in this country. We're going to go through some things because we're Black men in America. We're going to get tried at least once a year by something big. You know what I'm saying? But you got to still, man, listen, lick your wounds, stick your chest out, and handle your business, man. Don't be crying. Because see, the thing I don't like about that, like in CNN and all that stuff, they be always having these punk dudes on there crying like over stuff like, oh, like Donald Trump said we were nothing. And think, bro, come on, man. No, man. Just stick your chest out, lick your wound, and take care of your business, bro. Well, don't be sitting up there. Go ahead.
And even to your point, Chuck, I always say that about people who are crying on their social media.
I was just about to say that.
The fact that you can take the time to pull your phone out, it's like, bro, is you really
I'm sad?
Are you really sad?
I'm so sad right now.
Yeah, there is definitely that layer too. But I appreciate the brother for showing some emotion, because when he did it the first time, they made fun of him so bad, you would think that he would never do it a second time. You would think, like, there's no way he's going to do this again. And he did it. And that takes a certain level of confidence right there. That brother is confident.
You know what? I feel the way where if someone is crying online, it depends. Like how people be in a hospital and they turn on the live and they was just crying. And I'm just like, why? Like, you have to want sympathy for yourself. But then I've seen people cry, like, for serious stuff. Somebody's trying to share awareness, and it touches them really deeply. Or, people who are searching for loved ones and they're trying to get the word out there. So it depends upon the scenario. But most often when I see people cry online, they chase it for clout. And that's weird to me.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they manipulate with tears too sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think in the court of public opinion, he might be trying to wane you over to his side, like, oh, dang, Tyrese, it's all good. But I mean,
it's problematic too.
Right. I mean, he's just an emotional dude, and that's a lot of with this new generation of young men. Like, there's a lot of people that they're just over too emotional, man. Like. Some things, man, as a guy, you got to take it a little bit differently than you would as a young kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said,
your age, Chuck.
Who? Tyrese is younger than me. Oh,
he has to be
early 40s, right?
He has to be like somebody do a check. I feel like he's closer to
50.
In his
40s.
Yeah, probably early 40s. Early 40s, you think?
Early 40s. I think early 40s.
Now I gotta go do some research.
Yeah, do the research.
I am. You guys keep talking.
But he probably.
But see, and then sometimes, like I said, people misinterpreted like crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was a boxing coach. So like a lot of times when single women would bring their son to the gym, they was already thinking he was going to come out being Mike Tyson off rip. I'm like, look, every kid in here then got into that ring and paid their dues and start crying. All of them. When they start getting hit, they ain't used to getting hit, and you fighting against somebody that has more skill set than you, your feelings is going to get hurt. That's just part of being, you know, a young man. But in dealing with my dad has like, he thought that I was missing one time. He started crying because I spent it over at my uncle's house because he fell asleep. He cried in front of me and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get it, man. But to do this in front of TV and all this, man, come on, bro.
Tyrese is 46 years old.
Is
he? He is 46. Yes,
he was too old for that, man. Come on, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's too old for that, dog. Wow.
Hey, hold on now. They said that man's mother died. He said he lost his sister. There was an abortion involved, a divorce. He couldn't see his children. He had to go to court for custody. Like, there's a lot going on there. And
I got you.
Somebody need to check on that brother, man. Somebody
need to check on
where
is his friends? But where are his friends at? That's problematic to me. Tyrese ain't got no male friends.
I don't
Someone's
know.
like, hey, dog, this ain't it.
He be whining with it, though. Come on,
I mean,
bro.
Alligator tears. Okay. You got some news for us?
Yeah,
Cardi B, this is old. But we just haven't been able to talk about it. So after 7 long years, Cardi B has filed for divorce from her her husband. They married. Her husband, Offset of the Migos. Now she just filed.
We gotta talk about that.
Right. Now, mind you, this is not the first time Cardi files. It's almost like every time she get pregnant, she filed for divorce. All right. But Offset has done a lot of egregious things. And I don't know. I feel like this might be serious at this point. I really think that she really wants to go through with it. And honestly, like, I don't think Offset was never, and this is where it's hard, because it's not like Cardi B is, I love Cardi B. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without like getting canceled off of our first show. But Cardi from the hood as well, and Offset for the hood. So I feel like right there is a match, right? Because they both hood.
Okay.
Like, that's my logical. They both match, right? So like, it's not like Cardi is above Offset. However, Cardi's music does really kill the Migos music, and she already has more money than Offset, so she's valuable. But she chose to marry Offset, who's the father of 3 kids already. And in the 7 years that they have been together, he has cheated every single year, perhaps every single month. So my conclusion is she probably should not have married him from the get-go. But is that not where men is like, hey, you got to give him a chance? You know, sometimes you never know what you got. If you were Cardi B's friend and she was hollering at Offset, what would you have advised Cardi? Not to fuck with them, but they're kind of from the same background?
Well, this is the thing that I'm saying. It's a trend that most relationships now, since you've been raised in dysfunction, become dysfunctional anyway, because you don't even know what the norm is. So by her, Offset already had like a lot of women. Most superstar rappers do. So I think it's something that she accepted, and there's no telling what type of lifestyle they live. They probably didn't, they might smash women together. You don't know what they were doing. But some people just, have a thirsty appetite. They just can't get enough. And as a young man, I was the same way. I was married, but that was just me. I couldn't stop it. Like, it was just like women kept coming at me, and I was taking all comers. You know what I mean? So it was hard, man. So, she knew what type of dude, and that's the thing. She's not stupid. She knew what kind of man she was dealing with when she first got with him. So, he was just a cheating dude, so she thought maybe she could change him, just like I said in my opening statement. Maybe she thought with marriage, and she gave him all his money and all that. And he's looking at it, he's a fool. You got somebody riding with you. So why would you go and mess that up with some of these side hoes who ain't nothing? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, listen. I get all that. And I've been there too. I know how we do. But when I say this brother then had chance after chance after chance, like, literally had to go on stage and surprise her the last time. Do y'all remember that? When they broke up, she was at a concert. He literally came to the concert, came on stage, got on knees, gave her flowers. Like, he had to do a public or super public apology the last time. So it's like, come on, brother. Come on, brother. You got Cardi. Now listen, I'm not one for all of the bodies done and all of that stuff, or whatever the case, but looking at Cardi's position, I mean, brother, you got a good one. As far as like getting them, you got a good one. And she literally is saying out loud, after all this time, I never cheated on him. And nobody's coming out saying, yes, she did, yes, she did, yes, she did. She's saying, I never cheated on the zoo. I kept my pussy to myself. She said all of this. Nobody refutes it. So when I look at it, it's like, I understood up front. He's a superstar, young superstar, a lot of money. Most men are only as faithful as the women who throw themselves at them. Most of us walking around, we ain't think about cheating on you. The people who walk up and say, hey, do you want to cheat with me? Is usually where we end up stepping out of that line based on how many women actually come up to you. As a young rich nigga, as they say it on the track, I can imagine a lot of women being around, especially when he was on tour with his brothers. Again, your brothers are partaking. It's a lot going on. But truthfully speaking, after the last time, after the major public apology, after she's filed divorce before, after she's made it clear, after another woman was like, she was the one who was essentially popping off at the mouth behind it publicly. Again, embarrassing Cardi. This is your wife. Like, it's gotten to the point where I think she needs to put her foot down.
Yeah.
Because I mean, as with as many times as he's been forgiven, it's like you'd almost be a fool to bet your money on him to change.
Right. And I call, with the type of persona, and I like Cardi. Like, I think she's so down to earth. She's someone you would kick it with and you probably laugh all night. I feel that with Cardi has such a strong personality online, she kind of looking a little weak. She looking like a weak little woman. And, it's not good for her brand. So I think it is also in her best interest to put her foot down and probably, chuck up the deuces. I do hate that she did get pregnant by him one more time. Like, I get she probably wanted to have the same dad for all of her kids. And I see, like, the Kardashians notorious for doing that. But I do hate that she got pregnant one more time by him. But, it's not my body. I get it, Cardi.
She's pregnant now, right?
Yes! And, like, it was well hidden. You just saw her perform, and it was like, hey, that shirt is not laying like that should be. That's weird. It shouldn't lay like that.
And I was like, whose baby is that? Because I knew they wasn't together. I'm like, who? I was like, oh, that's his baby still, but they're not together. See, it gets real murky over there.
Yeah.
Right. But see, the thing is, too, what you got to understand is that, you are fundamentally who you are when you was like 12, 13 years old. So if you looked at Cardi B back then, she was from the projects. You know what I'm saying? She was out there gang banging. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of dudes that she's liked the whole time. So
that's what she's surrounded about.
Right. So she's seen everything. And and Cardi, like I said, she's a manipulator too. She was out there, she was manipulating men and at the strip club and taking money from them. And so she thought that like she fell in love with this guy. And a lot of times, like you see it with the Kirk Rashida situation and things like that. I mean, sometimes people's love, man, they go past all the pain and everything. It don't matter. They'll it's almost like a mother and a son's love, where they can't do no wrong no matter what they do. Right. And they'll take them back, and some people don't operate like that, but some people do.
I understand. Well, let's get into today's topic. What is it, guys? What is it? Oh my gosh. Somebody read it. I know it's about dating. Is it about should you date multiple persons at one time?
Yeah, is that the best way to find a partner?
Right.
Oh my God. I gotta let Chuck go for this one, Dante. He's always good for cutting things off or setting it off, so we gotta let him go with this one.
All right, let me open. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Okay, listen. Now, in today's age, it's obvious that if you look at TV and look at online, look at the media, women shaking their rumps and everything, we are socially engineered to be single. So we must go out and date multiple people to find who the person that is for us. It's hard, back then when we had arranged marriages where people might have known each other and then you could grow together. In this day and age, sex is not valuable, is not valued anymore. There's just so much things happening online. It's just easy to find dates and everything. So we got to try to kind of weed through to the person that matches our energy, and depending on your market, that will determine, what type of female that you may get or what type of male you may get. So sometimes, I see women, like you have to date multiple people, but sometimes I see y'all price yourself out the game, man. Like you got to go whatever your market is. Like in Columbus, there's certain types of females that I normally run into in Columbus for the most part. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's Africans that's in the game that be tricking on a lot of these women and messes their mind up, making them think that they finding what they are. So their minds is kind of blown. Now, when I go to different markets, there's a different attitude towards men. There's a general more of a respect towards men than I've seen when I was in Columbus, towards men. So yes, you have to date multiple people to find the best person for you, because you got to find out what your market is and to compare it. But don't get too deep involved in like one person if you are dating multiple people, because you might find one or two things that's good about this person, but then you might, but your soulmate might come through, but you already tied up with this person. So you got to be real careful when you date multiple people. If you get in good, with too many people, that you really can't give your all to someone else. So I would say if you are to date multiple people, start off, on surface level, and just take your time and don't get in too deep with one person.
Yeah, Payne, you single woman, you're out here. How do you feel about what you just heard?
Okay, let me unpack something, because he's speaking about it from the male view. So I'm trying to learn how to allow you to have your view while stating my view as well. All right. So
go ahead, do your thing.
Do your thing. Yours now.
So you know what? When I was back in the day, I did not believe in dating multiple persons at one time, because I felt like, well, how do you get to know this person if your attention is split? How do you learn about this person? How do you build something? How do you grow intimately with this person if everything is split? Now, the problem is, however, just because if you guys have not had a conversation and you're only dating this person, it doesn't mean that you're the only one that they're dating. So they might have 2 or 3 different people that they're dating, but you are only focusing on this individual because you like this person. This person is it. This person is for you. So now you're sitting here trying to build with this person, and they're taking it because, they're not going to stop taking the good stuff that they like. I forgot. I think Common was in The Right Way. It was Common and Queen Latifah. They were in that basketball movie together. And I never forgot this, because I was like, that's some selfish shit. But I guess Queen Latifah was really into him, and she was showing that she liked him and everything. And he discovered, like, I'm not really trying to be with you. And she's like, well, why did you take all of this from me? Why did you accept all of this? And I did all this for you, and you don't feel that way. And he was like, why would I stop you from loving me? So you knew that she wanted you for more, and you were okay with just absorbing it. So I feel like if you focus on one person, you're going to fall deeper and deeper into it with them. And unless you have that conversation, they're going to run wild and just keep taking from you all that you're giving. So I used to do that. I used to just date one person. But as I get older, I realized that you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. We don't have time. Like for you to build something, it's going to take me like, all right, 6 months to build something with you. So why not spread that around? Why not I'm sitting here waiting for you to text me back, and I should be also planting other seeds and see which one grows the strongest. But people seem to think that dating and sex is the same thing. It's not. Like, I can date people and never have sex with them. I'm not going to have sex with you till I feel you, right? So Dante, where you at?
I'm glad you said that. First of all, that dating doesn't mean having sex with, first of all, because that is a common misconception that men may have, is that you're dating all of these people that may mean that you're being intimate with them, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Where I stand on the topic is here. I've got a prerequisite. First, you should know what it is that you're looking for. So you need to take that time to yourself to figure it out, to figure out what it is that you want in a partner. And some people make lists. Sometimes you don't have to be as dramatic or as deliberate as making a list, but you do need a clear concept of what it is that you're looking for first. And then my recommendation would actually be yes, date multiple people simultaneously. However, operate with discernment. That means you already know what you're looking for. You're now dating multiple people. You should be asking the appropriate, correct questions to extract the information that you're looking for out of said person. And once you do that, you're able to move people into appropriate place. That may include dropping a young man from the rotation because he's not given the energy needed, because he hasn't answered the questions appropriately, because maybe he wants children and you don't. Whatever it was that didn't match, you should let that young man go. And it also looks like advancing the gentleman or the person who is answering some of those questions in the way of the way that you already knew you were looking for beforehand. I was looking for someone who felt this way, and when I asked him, it matched. So you want to advance him to the next stage. So I do think that dating multiple people is the best way, but I think you need to do it with a playbook in your hand. What are you looking for? What are you hoping for in return? When you get it, what are you prepared to do with it? I think what's happening a lot is that people are applying the multiple dating, but they don't know what it is that they're looking for. So now you're on dates with all of these different men who are doing different things, and you're stuck in a position where you're judging based on the things that are being done to you or for you, but you're not judging based on what you knew you wanted to begin with. What works for your life? What is it that you're looking for in that partner and that person? And again, now how do you extract that information on these dates? So one of the things that I recommend is using dates to gain information. Too often we go on a date, we look pretty, we look nice, we smell good, we wear our jewelry that we just bought that we've been waiting to wear. We go out, we have a nice meal to a nice place, the food is good, we have some surface level conversation, how to get to know each other, kids, work, what do you like to do, all of these things. But we don't take those opportunities to necessarily get to know each other. So short answer is yes, you've got to date multiple people. Like Payne said, you're operating with a certain amount of time. If you take 6 months on every one single person, how many people do you have until you run out of time?
Right.
So you want to date multiple, but you should know what you're looking for. Don't just be out here. That's whole behavior. Don't be out here.
Right.
Vance Lockett says,
great points.
You good? Yeah. Vance Lockett says that creates the dysfunction of our not learning to get along with people. I would love for you to expound upon that, Vance, and what you mean by that, because I think we do want to address it. But yes, Donta, you made a fabulous point. People date and they don't know what they're looking for.
Right.
So
and also we gotta I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you, but and also like some people can't handle dating multiple people. That's why, you know, when I said, and what you said too, yeah, keep it surface level. Don't get intimate with all the people that you're dating. It's almost like going on a job interview. You know, you want to find out who's who and things like that. The thing that I did when I, you know, when I got married to my wife, I cleared out all the baggage that I had. I wasn't seriously dating anyone. And if the person was not a person that was on my same level in which I was looking for a serious relationship at the time, I was looking for a virtuous woman, and I was looking for somebody that, you know, that was serious. So once I found out that people weren't that, and, you know, and women play games, you know, women were saying that they wanted, you know, what I wanted, but they was really just trying to sleep with me and things like that. And I'm like, look, you know, I really, you know, I used to do this type of thing. I would have smashed probably, you know, first or second date, but I'm not on that no more. So those type of women, I disregarded completely. And I just started, you know, I just dated. So I found somebody that matched my energy. And that's what I did, and if I would have been having sex with other women at the time, it would have threw a monkey wrench in what I had, because you know, while I'm trying to get to know my wife, she would have been calling me, trying to hit me up and trying to bring me back into the game. I might have hit that, You know what I'm saying? So it was a good thing that I just kept everybody back. And and when I was ready, I just got serious with that one person. So but like I said, if you can't handle it, you can do it one at a time as well. It's going to take a little bit longer, but you can do it if you can't handle multiple conversations. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, whatever your personality type is or whatever you can handle, I would say go ahead, do it the way you can do it.
Mm-hmm. I find that also that communication. I don't think you have to tell everybody like, oh yeah, I'm dating multiple people, not you. You don't have to say that. But if people are to ask me, because sometimes that's not people's jam. But I think that I feel like when a guy asks that, I don't know, like if I know that's not everybody's jam, but I feel like that makes them automatically think, oh, you're a whore because you're dating multiple people. But it's more so like, I think that's he's projecting, right? Because he would probably smash all the women that he's dating or try to smash, because that's a guy's intent. He likes what he sees. He wants to try to smash it, right? If so, fast so. So they think that women operate from the same facet, and we don't.
That's exactly
not
what
all
it
the
is.
time.
That's exactly what it is. I've literally had a conversation regarding dating, and I had to be told that, like, because I was dating these men, doesn't mean I'm having sex with them. I'm like, oh, okay.
No,
because
I know. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, when I take them out, you know what I mean?
you're goal oriented.
My kind of date, usually ends well. So I mean, if your date's ending like my date's is ending, baby girl, then I think we got a problem.
Shut up. See, that's what's wrong with y'all.
When I heard dating, I said, oh, okay, so it's not that. And that's important, because the reality is, especially for females, once you cross a line, a physical line, it clouds your judgment, it clouds your decision making. Because once I'm inside of you, you have every reason to want me to be around and no reason to try to push me away. You don't want to just add an extra body for no reason. Now you're going to try to make it work. You're looking over red flags and everything else. So I think you're right.
Yeah. And this one time, I'm just telling you this little story. Like, we all been.
I
out
love
here
these.
I got it.
Like, I love these.
I met this fine woman. You know what I'm saying? And I met her at I think it was like one of the coffee shops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we start dating and everything, right? And then she comes and tells me like, I'm dating other people and things like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I had kissed her and all that, and we was like, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I eventually did hit it. No, listen, I eventually did hit it. But listen, my thing is, when she told me she was dating other people, I respected her honesty. But bro, I'm not in no competition with no other dude. You know what? If you're dating other people, if you don't think I'm gonna be the one you're gonna be talking to, I'm out, bro. I'm not gonna be in no competition like you know what I'm saying, like I Love New York or one of them shows, like trying to have a contest to see who. No, I'm the prize. So I'm not I'm the prize. So no, I'm not doing that. Like, what? Okay, well, you know what? Y'all have a good time. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not on that.
You know what? When I think about it, anytime I've ever been told that, I've had a similar reaction, Chuck. So, while it may be best to date multiple men, I would also recommend not telling us.
You hypocritical motherfuckers.
The male ego is very fragile. Tell the truth.
My God.
The reality is that, fair or unfair, from the moment that man meets you, he is evaluating you to see if you can fill said position. And there'll become a point where he says no. But there may become points where he says yes, yes, yes. So from the moment we meet you, we're evaluating you to see if you can sit in that seat or not. To Chuck's point, when he heard she was dating multiple men, take a step back. I've been in a similar situation and I've caught wind of dating multiple men. Same thing. Take a step back. So when he said it, I'm kind of like, you know what? Because men are looking for a virtuous woman, because men do value things like purity and honor and all of these other things, and because there are so many women out here that you're being compared to or put against whenever they are in the dating market, I'd recommend keeping your mouth closed on your dating activities as best you can, sis. As best you
You
can.
guys are horrible. Y'all gotta come out those dark
Hey,
ages.
that's real, bro. Hey, that's real talk. Straight
You
up.
guys are out here dating 3, 4, 5 different chicks. Hey, y'all be laid up in another bitch's house talking to you, texting like, "Oh, I can't wait to see you." Right?
But do you
Dicking
you know the
everyone.
difference? Do you know the difference though, sis? You know the difference?
What's the difference?
Y'all like a man more when that's going on. We like a woman less. So when y'all find out he got this one and this one and this one, y'all turn up the heat.
Oh my god! Because we gotta compete. Because that's what we're being taught.
Y'all compete. We don't even. We'll step out like, "Oh, you good, love? Do your thing, then."
We're taught to compete. You're right. You're absolutely. I feel like women should adopt the same point of view, the same way. Because if he hasn't found his purpose and his purpose is running through bitches, I don't think he's really ready to settle down anyway. I feel like women, you know. But again, like if you're going out on dates, okay. Like I don't. If I met a guy today at my big age of 9, right? If I met a guy, right, and he's like, "Oh, I'm dating other chicks," it's like, all right, you know. It doesn't bother me now. Back when I was younger, where we were male focused and male centric, where it's like, I gotta get a man, if I don't get a man, I'm gonna die. You know, that probably would be like, okay, I gotta make myself more important because he's gonna want me and everything. But what I've learned is this is what I've learned. Okay. One, if a dude wants you, if you're his best option, he's gonna go for you. Okay. Even if you said that. If a dude has multiple options and you're not his favorite option and he really don't want you, that's going to deter him. I've had 2 instances. The first guy, you know, I wasn't like he had me and this other chick, right? And he really liked me, and I really liked him. But he was dating this other chick, and I knew about her because you know I'm not going to be dumb. And we were just dating, so we didn't have the conversation of exclusivity. But I ended up asking him about it, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I just don't know." And I'm like, "Cool, then let's not have no more sex." You know, I don't want to muddy up the waters. I'm done. Boom, I was in a relationship like within 2 weeks. Okay, because I left. Right. Second instance, I was head over heels for this nigga. Looking back, it's like, damn, I fucked up. That was a horrible time in my life. But I was head over heels with him, right? But because I didn't value myself and I felt like this is the best that I could get, I was stuck chasing him, right? But when he found out, and you know, because I wanted to be with him and he was the only one. But when he found out that I just went on a date with a motherfucker, he was like, "Oh, nah, that's it. That's it. You out here with other dudes. I can't believe this." And like, I know that he's fucking like 3 other chicks, you know? So that just let me know, like if a dude is really into you and he feels like you're the best that he can get, he's gonna put up with some shit. Just like a woman would. If she feels like you're the best that you can get, yeah, she's gonna compete with 3 or 4 chicks. So I think that women, we gotta defocus these men, right? We need to start dating how men operate. Men go for what they want. I feel like sometimes women settle just for the sake of having a husband.
Well, that's the difference in knowing what you want versus just being out here.
That's true.
Chuck mentioned when he met his wife, he was looking for something. When I met my wife, I'm no longer married, I'm divorced, but when I met my wife in my 20s, I was looking for something. I was looking for someone to procreate with. I was looking for someone to bear my children. So I literally focused on certain questions or things that had association with that upbringing and child rearing and things like that, because that's what was important to me. I didn't just go on a date and sit across from her and ask her what her favorite color was or what food she liked, because that was irrelevant to what kind of mother you're going to be to my children. What I asked was scenario-based questions related to mothering and parenting and how we would work through things together and whatnot. So again, I'm able to make an informed decision based on information collected, not based on whimsical thinking of, you know, oh, she'd be perfect for me, without actually asking her any questions. So again, going back to knowing what you want, what are you looking for? I think a lot of my sisters out here, a lot of my women fall into situations where they just want to be chose.
Yeah.
Which means that you're subjecting yourself to whoever is trying to choose you, rather than taking the time to know what it is that you want yourself, applying your questioning and applying your fact finding, your conversation with that person to the things that you want to actually know about them as to how it's going to apply in your actual life going forward. So it's a little subtle difference. You're right, date like men, but know what it is that you're looking for, because you as the woman, I like what Chuck used earlier, the word interview, because that's exactly what's going on. You are the company. I know what your inbox must look like, sis. And I know what me and Chuck's inbox look like. It's completely different. Men are going to approach you regularly just because. Ain't nobody hitting my DM up for fun. So what happens is that when I hit you up, know what you're looking for. Ask the questions. Do you want children? How do you feel about marriage? Ask them. How long should the dating phase be for you? What is the dating phase like for you? Tell me about your relationship with your mother. But you're able to, if you know what you're looking for, you can have those conversations and have those line of questions that more align with what it is that you're looking for versus sitting around waiting for a man to choose you.
Yeah.
Living
And
dropping
also,
leaves.
them was good points. Also, make sure you pay attention seriously. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. I've dated all across the country. Pay attention to your market, man. I'm trying to tell you, like some women might like. Okay, I dated. I always got stories. I dated a lady that was in Cali, right? And man, I mean, back then she had almost $1 million crib. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had my crib, you know, where I was at, but you know, I had my mortgage since 2002. And you know, she asked me like how much was my mortgage and stuff like that. And I'm like, shit, back then I was only paying like $750, you know, for a 3-bedroom, 4-level split crib. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like $750. Back she was paying like $4,000 in Cali. You know what I'm saying, for rent. So you know, so she kind of looked at it like, you know, like I stayed like, you know, like what kind of crib you living in if it's only, I'm like, well, you know, I have a nice crib. You know what I'm saying? And so like I said, the market was a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Because like the standard of living is different. So like in Columbus per se, you know, men might not make quite as much money as they may make for the same job, like in, you know, in LA or whatever. So just be mindful of like, you know, the people that you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Just because like I said, good people are hard to find, man. And people take that for granted. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have somebody that's good, that's in your corner and everything, and you only got a couple chances to find that in your lifetime. Somebody that's genuine. People act like they're good until they get what they want, and then they don't want to do nothing with you no more, or whatever the case may be. But to find a genuine person that's in your corner, that's going to ride with you, you're only going to get a couple of those during your lifetime. And I keep saying that. So whatever you do, take your time. Don't just settle for, you know, the trinky objects, or, you know, he might be packing, you know what I'm saying? Or he, you know, he might have money, this and that, you know, things that, you know, trivial things. If you find somebody that has character, that wants the same things that you want, make sure that you treasure that, because you ain't going to get too many opportunities.
Well, with the age comes wisdom. Y'all listen to this man. This man has lived life. He's telling you some real shit. You're only going to meet a certain amount of genuine people in your life. So don't just pass over them like it's going to come every other day.
Where are these genuine people?
Well, you got to ask the right question. a lot of the time we get on a date, sit across the table from a person, and we just sit there. What do you want to know about this man? When you go on the first date with someone, what do you want to know about them? And you got to really know that before you go on it. A lot of the times, you know, my ladies are just sitting back and just letting that man do all of the talking or question asking or whatever the case. But here's the thing. It's you that's choosing. It's you that's the company on this interview. Men come in your inbox every single day. It's on you to say, what do they ask you in an interview? Why should we hire you? It's on you to say, why should I hire you? You know, you're the woman. You hold all of the power and all of the cards up front. The first day that you meet a man, you hold all of the power. You can go on a date wherever you would like. First day you meet a man, hey, you look beautiful. How you doing? I would love to take you out. You literally hold all of the cards. fantastic. Nice to meet you. Let's go out sometime. No, we don't have to do dinner. I like drinks. He's going to take you wherever you want. He's not going to argue and say, oh, I was really hoping we could do dinner. He's going to do whatever you want. He's going to answer any of the questions you have and everything. So take advantage of that time. Don't wait until after you have slept with that man.
Yeah.
Because if you wait until after, now you have to live on hope. I hope he still likes me. I hope he still wants to be with me after this. I hope he doesn't think this of me. I hope. Don't operate on that, baby. You got all the power. So make sure you're asking your questions. Make sure you got them in line. Make sure you know who you're looking for. We out here. It's good guys out here. Problem is, you don't know how to find them. That's how you find them.
You're right about that. I think you don't know those questions, right? People are just so ready to get to that, bang, we're together, we're comfortable. It reminds me of when I get a new job and like for the first 30 days, you can't do nothing right. You get in trouble all the time. You don't understand this process. Probation, like everything you're doing is wrong. But then like you let some time pass and then 6 months in, that's when, you just know your job. You don't have issues. You just come there. You've learned it. So I think when the dating field, it's kind of like that first 30 days when you're dating guys and it's just like, dang, I can't wait to get to the part where we just know each other. And then, people are so desperate and they want it. You've been single for a while and you really want it. You really want to be with this person just because you just want a body. And that sets up so many, I want you to say women, individuals with the wrong person. You want someone so bad that they're telling you stuff. They're telling you red flags. They're showing you stuff. The guy, I think we had a conversation last week about the guy who came to the first date and he didn't have his ID. And he asked the chick, can I borrow some money? I'll pay you back when I get to the house. So if she wasn't a person of certain stature, like she probably would have fell for it. Let me pay for it. He probably would have took her home. Oh, he's so nice and kind, smashed her up. Now he just got her in this cycle. He got her in this cycle. And then next thing, it's just like, oh, well, we just cool. I just thought you was a cool person. I really didn't want anything. All because we didn't look at that red flag.
Yeah.
You showed up to a date that you planned with no money.
Yeah. There's a saying.
And like I said, right. And when you go out, like you gotta, it's for real. It's really like an audition, man. Like when audition people for certain roles, I typecast people. Especially like most people in the Black community. Most of the people that I dealt with were inexperienced, so they really didn't have any acting skills. But I typecast them based on their personality and how they really were. So they were being themselves. So when you're going on a date, already be in that mode of, this you treating her like this is your woman from the beginning, or you treating her like this is your man from the beginning. Show him how life would be if you're with me. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, like I said, even myself, like sometimes you don't know if you really want to have a relationship until you see or you feel somebody that brings you in so you can feel what it's like. And they can change you. Like I told you in the beginning, they can actually change how you feel about things. They can inspire you to want more than just sex from you or whatever the case may be. So come in and you could just show them that you're a good woman. If you know how to cook, or just show them a good time. As a guy, if you really like a person, like I told y'all before, if I don't know about you, I ain't going to spend no money on you. Zero. We going to have a conversation and then I'm like, nah. Or if I feel that this is wifey, then yeah, I'm gonna pull out all the stops, babe. We going straight to the top. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna do things, and I'm gonna show you this is how I am. This is Chuck. You know what I'm saying? And based on that, I mean that's how we got to do. We already need to be in that relationship mode. Some people are just we just in whole mode, and I was like that for a long time. I was just looking to get them draws. You know what I'm saying? So I acted accordingly. Like I was saying everything you wanted to hear, and I was doing little things, but it was just all designed so we could have sex. And I'll throw little jabs at you, like, hey, you look really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you like it? You like, do you come from oral or penetration?
See, on the first date, that's a no.
Not on the first date. Not on the first date. But I would eventually get to those type of questions. But it was all catered So you could be thinking sexual, and we could, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. But a guy, you're going to know like by his actions more than his words anyway. Like if he really wants to be with you, he's going to show you. And the same thing with a woman. Like, you know, I went over like a couple people's house. We, you know, back in the day, it used to be you had sex before you got into a relationship, you know, and then she passed me the remote, or, you know, make a kind gesture, you know what I'm saying, to let me know that she will submit to me. So, you know, it worked out.
Not the remote.
Oh my gosh. That's your method? That's your barometer? Like, if she
hey, I'm just saying, it was a kind gesture. That's all I'm saying. Or she would get the rag after we was done. She would get the rag and wipe me off. You know what I mean? Little stuff like that.
I do like that kind of woman.
You feel me?
I do like that kind of woman.
Oh my God.
Look, so look, Chuck makes a good point. Listen, you do so, and we want to clarify this, ladies. You know, you do want to keep something back for your boyfriend, for your man, for your husband. But to Chuck's point, we are evaluating you as well. So it would behoove you to take the time to show that man what he would be getting. Now, you can do that without crossing the physical line, but it helps a great deal to show that man what he's getting. What's happening a lot of the times is we're going on dates, we're getting to know one another, and you as the female are holding back because you are evaluating. Let me see what he does. Let me see if he. But you don't know that I'm doing that same thing. And what I'm seeing is you holding back. What I'm seeing is you not showing me who you are, who you're going to be. What I'm seeing is I can't really get a good read or evaluation on this girl because she kind of just sitting back, not doing anything. So to Chuck's point, you do want to show that man what he will be getting with you as a woman. And that can be outside of sex. I'm not saying give him the whole kit and caboodle and just go crazy. Cook him a meal. Maybe you're not cooking for him. You know, you didn't cook for him 4 times this week, but you showed him what you could do. When you heard that he had a business idea, or you asked him, where does he see himself in 5 years? And he mentions to you something on a particular subject related to a business he's looking to pursue. Take the time to look that up and send it to that man in a message so that he knows that you heard him, so that he knows that you will support him in his endeavors when he does have them. Again, you're not together yet. You're not doing much yet, but you are auditioning for a role. And a lot of the times it seems like you think only he is auditioning for a role. And that's not the case.
That's right.
I can get behind that. I think sometimes that we're reaching for the same door at the same time. So like going back to the wallet situation, she interviewing him and sees, okay, he didn't bring his wallet. He gave me up. On the flip side, he's like, she couldn't even lend me a little bit of money. You know? She a gold digger, right? Yeah. So you're like going for the door at the same time, and you know, I think that is the problem with. I know it's not playing games, but it kind of looks like playing games a little bit, and I think people will miss because he admitted that she was nice. He liked the conversation. He liked that about her. But all because of, you know, people are testing in games and reading flags and trying to, you know, do chess moves and shit. They lost out on what could have been something good, you know?
Yeah, ask your questions. Don't play games. Ask your questions. Don't play games. Nobody likes games.
Oh, 7:58. That went quick.
Right. Yeah, it sure did. Sure. You know, and but like I said, y'all, you know, final answer for me. If you can handle it, yes, date multiple people, but do not get emotionally involved until you feel as though that's someone that, you know, you could be more serious with.
He's right.
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Like I said, we brought my boy, you know, Dante in. You know what I'm saying? He expounded his knowledge. I respect, bro. Respect, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing this thing on a regular basis. So make sure y'all tune in. Final thoughts from you guys.
Thursday Night Therapy, live and in effect. Man, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. It was a blast, and I can't wait to see you guys next week.
I agree, ladies. You know, don't put all those eggs in one basket. What's that one? Choose them all. Is that what it is? Choose them all, sis. Choose them all, sis.
Choose them all.
Don't get caught up, though. Hey, don't get caught up. But all right, y'all. Hey, thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you tune in at the same channel. Go like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep on bringing you new content. If you got any suggestions about subject matter, please submit them. Until next time, this is the Love Doctor. This is Thursday Night Therapy.
Peace out, y'all.